Listen. We get into this, dog. We get into this, dog.
Tell you, man, ain't even hit the
Yo,
line. What's the
that
matter
was
with him?
even hyper than like before, dog. How do you mean?
Hey, man, it's messed up the intro. What are you doing?
Yo, Areola. We got Areola. We got Areola. We got Areola. World Cup things, dog. Like, yo, like I said, dog, like on like a hamburger from Mickey D's, where they say Mackie D's in the UK and thing. But we got we got like a Big Mac for half price. World Cup winner, posting the trophy like that's my trophy. Like big man things, dog.
The back up before. What are you on the ciders already? You on the
Yo,
ciders?
Bridging, yo.
My guy.
Done though. How you mean?
No, the best part of waking up is the Folgers in the cup. You heard?
No, Bridging. Like, listen, honestly, I'll have like a strawberry smoothie. Like we get these things down these ways, like strawberry, cereal, egg, and like banana up in the smoothie. I have that. Then I'll have a cup of tea, and then yo, put like 2 crumpets in me with like some poached eggs and some like Swiss cheese. Yo, shut up! We're doing a YouTube thing, dog. Yo, but I have the crumpets with like the poached egg, the Swiss cheese, some Havarti cheese. That's live, dog. Have some Havarti cheese up in the mix and a slice of ham with some tomatoes. I'm good to go, dog. Then I'm on to the ciders. Done filled up my stomach. Done had my tea. Done had my protein thing. But yo, you know all about them protein things, dog. You're like protein through and through. Like, yo, you were showing me the other night, dog.
Oh, I had the bacon, egg, and cheese just a little bit ago. Early morning bodega situations, you know. Had to
I
go
know, but
check my
the
guy out.
protein things though, dog. The protein things, dog. You said like, yo, you make up them protein things like people make up tunes. Like,
Oh yeah, for my nephew.
that's
No,
what I'm
I got
saying.
yeah for his run, for the workout, for the boxing and things. You know what I mean? Give a little
Oh,
that way he
trust
has
me.
some fuel to burn off and things, you know.
Hey, yo, Charlie, Scott is in the building. Gaz is in the
Scotty!
building. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. There
Like
he is,
regulars,
my
dog.
guy.
They're like if you got a crew, it's like, yo, they're rolling with us, man. They're rolling with us. Heavy, man. Trust me, man.
Scotty V does the cooking bits, right? That's my chef
Yes,
guy.
sir,
Yeah.
Mr. Chefiano. How do you mean Chefiano, dog? He's a Chefiano, man. How do you mean, man?
Yeah, so
Real thing.
what we said, I just seen that Chelsea dropped the price on
Yep,
TcTLy a little bit to
yep,
30 or
yep,
35 or something like that. What you
yep.
say? You spinning that?
I think the same thing's gonna happen with Lingard, dog. I honestly do. I think the same thing's gonna happen with Lingard, man. To be honest with you, man.
You think
Honestly,
so?
yeah, I
I don't
really
know.
do, man.
My
I
my
really do, man.
my spidey senses tell me Lingard ain't coming back, man. That's
Yeah,
what it's
but
telling me. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope it
it
does.
might be a
That's my
ploy,
guy,
though,
man.
man. It might be a ploy. See, it
Mm.
might be a ploy, dog. Like, it might be a ploy. Like, if like, okay, so you got Areola up in the mix. You got like Zuma. Scotty V was like, yo, he shared that news with me. Still, I heard it like the other day, but homeboy made it official. And then you got Abraham, as you just said, they dropped the price. Then you got Pereira. Pereira's apparently on like 15,000 a week, dog. We could offer him like 30, 40,000 a week, keep him happy. He'd rather stay in England and play in the Premier League. And then like, yo, the sky's the limit, man. Like,
Well, it was reported that they dropped the price. I don't know. Nobody called and told
you
me.
get what
Nobody,
I'm saying?
you know what I
Yo,
mean? Nobody,
Scotty
man.
V would
Hey,
know. Scotty V
you know
would
what I
know.
mean?
Straight up, real talk. He would know,
I
man.
just
He would
was,
know.
as you know, you was getting everything set up and everything. I was just, having my little coffee, and it said that they knocked the price down, but West Ham still, I guess they value them at 30 or something like that. I don't know. It is what it is. Listen, you're gonna have to pay. You want a guy that's gonna get you 15, 20 goals, it ain't gonna be cheap. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
not at all, man. Not at
And
all.
when you talk, a lot of strikers make more than that
Real
anyway.
talk, man.
They threw 40 at Halle without he wasn't Premier League proven, so I don't see
Heller
why
was that, dog.
I
Straight
don't
up.
see why I don't see
Yo,
why they can't throw that at TcTLy. I mean, the season before last season he played 34 and got to
yeah.
15. You know what I mean?
But
So
that's when they couldn't make any signings and thing, right? And they had to like play out the youngsters, and homeboy turned up. Like,
yeah, he was like
yeah,
21 that year when he did
yeah,
that. You understand? He's only
yeah.
like 23 right now. So, I mean, I've seen him do it. He could do it. We know he could do it. You know what I mean?
We got who we wanted though, like between the sticks though, didn't we, dog? Because we were talking about that the other day. We got who we
Bro,
wanted. Like,
if you go back, I was on AHTV. I mean, this was
yeah,
last season.
yeah.
And he said, if you could have any goalie, who would you have? I said,
Which that was with Lee and like all the men them there.
yeah,
I remember that,
I
dog.
said if Fulham get relegated, I
Yeah,
would take Areola. No, listen, I had no clue that this was just me wanting this man. We have
yeah.
never in my life got a player that I wanted. Period. And before he went to Fulham, I wanted to try to sneak him on a loan for PSG.
100.
So this is like a year and a half ago. So that now that they've got
100,
this,
man.
I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing real good. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese from the bodega. So let's see in the next 15 minutes if I'm still okay. My stomach will be all right. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it was like we have never, my whole life, you understand? Like, never have we got a guy that, I've been, wanted. I wanted Ollie Watkins, didn't happen. I never in my life. So,
Yeah.
I am buzzing like a bumblebee that we got the Baguette Buffon from France in between the
Trust me,
West
man.
Ham sticksy dance. You heard? Hey, his
Yeah.
athleticism is out of control. His stats are beautiful, but I don't care about no stats. The man's movement in between the sticks is just beautiful. You understand?
Yeah, but it's also his distribution, dog. It's also his
Yes.
distribution. Like
Yes.
Fabianski seems to like kind of like, I don't know, go out to like lunch. Like after like he makes a save, he goes out to lunch, has like what this, that, and the third ham sandwich with cheese, and then like comes back to the pitch and is like, oh, there's your ball. Like Areola, like what they say about Ederson from Man City. Like homeboy can like do two things with his feet, and he distributes it like on point.
Pull up Robert's comment there, Robert Singleton.
Oh yeah, 100, 100.
doing,
Oh,
Rob?
big up Robbie boy, big up Robbie boy. How do you mean? What are you saying?
No, the
What
other
you
one.
saying? Oh, sorry, Doc. 1 second. Jones, hold up. Oh yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
Did you see Gonzo's video? Moyes like chance the deadline day dealer. Yeah, I done seen that. I don't want Phil Jones though, but you never know. Phil Jones could be like an ex Craig Dawson, but I want to reach higher than that. If that makes any sense, I want to reach higher than that.
He would definitely be on a real cheap price. That's we talking about.
Word up.
We talking about this bull. He ain't played in for a good little stretch, man. He ain't played in a minute. But I'm glad they got Areola instead of. But I see we link with Zuma.
Yeah.
Hey.
I fancy that, dog. I fancy that all day long, man. I fancy that to the racetracks. I fancy that, man. And you're a betting man, and I fancy that all day long.
I do. And now that we got the French goalie, he that might help bring him along. You understand? Put another French lad in there with him. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
And you see how we're building from the back. It's like when like Pellegrini was such he like honestly he like I don't want to say it, but I am going to. He was such a fool, man. Like we didn't want him. The owner said, "Oh, well, we brought him in because you wanted him. We didn't want him." Gonzo's done said that before in one of his videos, and we didn't want him. And then he spends ridiculous money, and then when he gets gone, he takes all like his notes and that with him, with the sporting director. Like, oh, you're not gonna have any of my things. Like, That was a mistake. I think honestly, I think Pellegrini was as bad as a mistake as Avram Grant. I really do. I really do in different ways because Pellegrini, like, okay, you broke the record in signing Anderson, brilliant. Where is he now? You broke the record in signing Haller. Where is he now? You get what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, I think Pellegrini's biggest where he messed up was trusting his boy there, bringing along his boy
Oh,
to
Mr.
go.
Husselas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and then right before
100.
that season that he did real bad, Arnie
Yep.
dipped out. Arnie dipped out. Then Chicharito dipped out. I think he was
Yeah.
wanting. I think he was wanting to play two up top with Haller, Chicharito, or Haller and Arnie, and vice versa, and
Yeah.
switch Arnie and around. And then the whole thing got jammed up. Then you had a squad with no pace. Haller was slow as a turtle. They had my
Yeah.
man. What was the Scottish bull that we used to?
Snodgrass, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
Snodgrass. Yeah,
Snodgrass, man.
Snodgrass.
McMessy,
Yes,
man.
yeah,
McMessy. How do you
yeah.
mean?
Which I love him, but he had no pace neither. And
No,
behind,
he had a nice free kick in him, though, Doc. He had a
yeah,
nice free kick in him,
yeah,
though,
but
man.
when you playing a counterattack and nobody could run, you ain't going nowhere. And then
Yeah,
then they had it the fullback Zabaleta, which he was past his time, past his prime.
yeah. He reached
So,
class, though, didn't he? Like in his first season with us, like he reached
yeah,
class, but it's like
yeah,
the
he
only
can't
reason
help it. Yeah,
Pellegrini brought him in was because like
you can only be
he was his go-to man at Man City.
Yeah, you could only be, like I had to do sparring a few weeks back because the one guy pulled out, right? So
Yeah,
I had sent you to pick Young and lump me up. Man, I knew I was gonna take a beating, but I'm not as fast as when I was 20, it'd be a different
yeah.
situation, you
Different
know.
stories, thing.
And
Different stories, man.
hey, listen, I kind of knew I was gonna take the little beating, but I had to teach him how to, get his front foot situated. Because
So
righty
yo,
or southpaw, hey, you know.
yo,
I was Zabaleta in the ring,
yo, I
dog.
got the boxing references still.
I was
Yo,
Zabaleta in the ring.
yo, that's ill.
Getting
That's
burnt
ill.
on the high line.
So yo, who is your next man through the front door like Biggie Smalls kicking in the door and waving the 2-4-4s? Who's your next man, dog? Who is your next man?
Who do I want, or who do I think? You mean who they're gonna sign, or who do I want to sign?
Both. Go on both. Go on both. Go on both.
You know what? Ooh, I get Tammy done right now. I don't care. I get Tammy done. We
Yep.
need we need goals, man. He's only
Yep.
23.
Yep.
When he got to 30 something games, he was putting them in, and he was still sharing time with the other bull. Listen,
Yep.
I do that. I'm not mad at Zuma neither at the
No,
left back.
Zuma's class, He's class.
But
And at
the
West
next,
Ham,
but
he'd
the
be like
next guy
ultra
through the
class.
door, I've been said it's going to be Pereira. I think it's
Oh,
going to be
please.
Pereira, but just because of the like I've been saying the situation with D and Ghana and all that. We got the leverage on that deal. He's a position we need, and he could play. He could ball out.
Yeah.
So why not go
100,
that way?
man. Like, look at what Gary says. Like, the 2 days of Lucky Moyes came back 100%. Do you agree with that, Charlie?
Oh yeah, no, definitely no. Well, you know what? Hey, yeah, how they did him, but nobody was giving him some. Nobody really was offering him for a minute.
Nothing. Nobody.
Nobody
Homeboy's
was.
stock went down like, yo, the stock market crashed. And now
Yeah.
his stock is high up like Gucci, man.
But yeah, I always wonder if that's in the back of his mind. Like, y'all did me dirty. Y'all did me dirty. I kept you up. Then you gave me the boot. I wonder if one day, me and my brothers talk about this all the time. It's like one day he's gonna be like, you know what? He's gonna get his payback, his vengeance.
I
You
know,
know
but
what I
you know
mean?
what? I think he's getting his payback. Like, because remember when, like, Moyes first came back in, right? He got Nolan, Irvine, and Naveen. But Sullivan was like, no, we're not having Psycho back. We're not having Stuart Pearce back. He got Stuart Pearce back. So it's
It's the best
almost
thing that
like
happened to us, really.
100%. And
You know?
it's almost like he's giving them that, like, with doing what he's doing. And it's like, he knows they're not going to be around forever. So it's like, yo, he's building something that I haven't seen built, honestly, and I'm being real about this. He's building something I haven't seen built since like when Sir Alex Ferguson went to Manchester United, dog. And you know what? He had a tough time at the go. He had a tough time at the go. I think he was at Aberdeen and he lost mad matches and like he didn't get sacked, but he stuck to it. And it's like I feel Moyes is gonna follow in them footsteps, man. Like, and he got his team in the back. He got his team on the pitch, slowly but surely. And like, yeah, I can see Moyes doing a AF, man, straight up, man, no doubt.
Hey, when we brought him back, I thought it was like backward steps. I just wanted to keep going
Me too.
forward. You know, I
Me
really
too.
lost my
Me
I
too.
really lost my thing, and I think GSB brought him because they knew they could get him on the cheap. But he'd have messed
Yep.
around. He'd have messed
Yep.
around and had a season out this world, so they had to give him the bag. He got his money. You know, he got his contract. So but one thing I like about him, because you know me how I do. He don't like that. No, he's like, no slipping of the information. No rats. Don't be talking
Yep.
our business. You don't
Yep.
discuss the family business. As what he
Yep.
say in the Godfather. He said, don't discuss family business in front of other people. It weakens, our leverage. No, it's in a Gotti movie. Not the
No,
one with
no word up.
the
Yo,
old
bad
one,
noise.
not the
Bad
one with
noise.
Travolta, not the one with John Travolta. We don't acknowledge that. Talking
No,
about
but
the one
I'm
with
just showing you,
Asante.
Bridget, I'm showing you. Bad boys move in silence and
Yeah,
bad boys move in silence. You get what I'm saying? It's like
I like that.
we heard like little chippering and chirping that like Areola we're interested in kind of thing. But it wasn't like, oh, like 10 days before he had a medical or something, like, yo, we're bringing this man down to like, do put two things down. We didn't hear that. But like so many times, you heard that before, and Moyes is keeping his trap shut. No, basically Sullivan and Gold and Brady, they're keeping their trap shut, and that's how Moyes. And good for him for that, man.
I wonder how they got Sully to be quiet. Did they give him some kind of medical shot, or is he?
No, I think I
They
think they
put a
just tied him
muzzle
up.
on him. Is he
No,
in
I think
Marbella with a muzzle locked in the
they
cellar? They said,
didn't.
lock Sully up in the cellar. He's gonna tell everything.
He's in Guantanamo Bay, dog. Sully's in Guantanamo Bay, dog. How do you mean? Just like, yo, he's tied up, shackled, like, because, like, Moyes took charge of it, and it was good to see. But Moyes has like the three other men them backing him to be like, yo, this is what we're gonna run with, like put some like duct tape on Sullivan's like mouth because I'll tell you, man, like that's the way you do business, man. Bad boys move in silence, bad boys move in silence, and it's good to see, man. Like
Yeah, absolutely, man. Too many times
it,
Sully talks too much, man. Talks too
I'm,
much.
I'm 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 so excited for this season, but I'm so excited also. Like, hold on, let me bring these comments up still. Yeah, the fans are back, 100%. And that's why I am excited to tell you the truth, man. Because the fans are back. Because Charlie, how many times did you hear it? Like last season, the only reason that we really got success was because there was no supporters there. I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I don't care about that kind of thing.
No, like I know when we play badly, like yeah, we get on them. But it's like maybe this was what they needed just to like, have that season when there
And
wasn't
who's not
no
to say that how they played, if they would have had that roar and the singing, that they
get
would
what
have
I'm
even
saying.
played even better
Get
and
what
had
I'm
more
saying.
energy. Come on, man.
Get what
I
I'm
don't.
saying, man.
Nah, I don't.
No, because everybody's like, oh well, they played better because like yo when they like, mucked up this or dingle dangle that, like there was nobody there to kind of like be on their back when they went into like the dressing room at halftime and this. But it's like, you know what? I'm like you. I don't care. Everything happens for a reason. That happens for a reason. Let's progress and move on. And bring the fans back in because now we're playing beautiful football. Like I'll tell you, dog. I know Noble came out the other day and he's like, don't take like the friendlies for granted. Like we went unbeaten when Avram Grant like managed us and we ended up getting relegated. But this is a different West Ham, dog. And I see us like playing. I said this before in the last video, did. I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I see us playing that 1-2 touch. The ball moves faster than any man can run. And I see us playing that. Like I'm excited. And the youngsters, I'm excited. Like you're a boy. Mr. FORS to the EN. Like, come on, man.
I'm excited about him, man. Hopefully, I hope he gets his opportunity in the Euro. That come out the big.
Nah, me too, dog. I hope he gets his opportunity too. He deserves it, man. He deserves it, man. And Ben Johnson, he looks like a striker, doesn't he? Really, like he looks like a striker, man. And and he's a right left back, left right back, like.
Right. Nah, I think he's solid. Oh, I think he's solid. Well, I would really grab a left back, to be honest, because then we had the right backs. I mean, they could put Ben Johnson over there, but then he's on his wrong foot. They force him outside. You know what I mean? Right back, we got Sufal, Ben Johnson. That's a good situation to have, man.
Yeah.
If we could just get one to pair with Cresswell, you understand? Like whether we was in Europa or not, we need somebody. Hey, Rich. Whether we in Europa or not, I believe we need a left back because Cresswell's going to need a little time off here and there. Then you throw all the Europa. Man. You throw all the Europa League games in there. Then he's really going to need. And then there's sometimes maybe it's a winger with a whole lot of pace, and we know when it's a winger with a whole lot of pace, he can't cheat and go up as high as he normally does. You know what I mean? Because he's not young Cresswell. He ain't moving as quickly. His boots ain't as swift as they once was, you know.
Very good point, man.
So, you know, I'm still hoping we can, unless one of the young bulls come in and could do bits, you know.
But like Cresswell, even though like as you would like in your words, basically, like Cresswell's not a young buck. You get what I'm saying? But it's like homeboy can fill in better as a central left back rather than like a left wing back type thing. And it's like and he saw it the first time he was at the club and he's seeing it again this time he's at the club. But you get that like left wing back that has frightening pace. You're in for trouble because like Wally World, he loves Ryan Fredericks. You put like a man them on there like Ryan Fredericks, to tell you the truth. Like, yo, he might not be the polished scholar, but he can offer something. You know what I mean? Masuaku can offer
I was just going to ask you right now. I haven't heard nothing on Masuaku right now. Where's my guy?
I know, it's gone quiet. It's gone quiet. I know. Yeah, I know. Why? Why is that, dog? Why is that?
Man, I hope nothing's wrong with him. I'll tell you that. Especially if we're not signing a left back. Because listen, whether you rate him or you don't rate him, we need the depth, man. Period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We need the depth. So
yo, let me ask you this. So we got Areola, we got Randolph, we got Martin, and we got, of course, Super Dynamo, the Almighty, Mr. Fabianski. How would you play those players next season? And in what league and in what cups would you play those players next season?
Well, like I said about a year ago when I said I wanted Areola, I said he could beat out Fabianski, but he just got to the squad, right? So I don't, he's not going to be familiar with our guys and have that chemistry like a week or two before the season. That takes a little bit. So starting the season, I would use Fabs as our guy, and we'll see how Areola does in Europa. But my honest football opinion, I think after about 5-6 weeks, maybe a little more, Areola is going to take the main slot. He's just that nice, man. I've said it a long time. Yeah, Randolph Gaz, he's got to go. He's got to be on his way. We need money. We don't need 75 goalkeepers. You kidding me? Randolph, you did your thing. I respect you. Thanks, money. But guess what? Somebody's got to go. We don't need all these because we still got the what's the young guy?
Martin. Oh
No,
no,
no, no, no. He's the
track,
old guy.
track,
He's the
track.
old guy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna come to say, oh man, we got rid of my guy. He never come to pass. Nathan Holland.
I know. I had so much hope. I had so much
I'm
hope
not
for
mad at
Thomas.
it. I agree with he needs to go to Oxford, but man, for so long
Yeah.
I wanted him to do. You know, it kind of it's like our little family. You know, you
No, I
said
hear you. I
your
hear you. Man.
nephews out
Yep. I
there, and
hear you. Yeah.
I really wanted Nathan Holland to be something, man, for us, but it doesn't look like it's gonna
But
be
doesn't it seem like
three goalkeepers on the bench.
no,
Yeah,
I give you 100, but I think it's gonna be like Dave Martin, training goalkeeper like always, and his heart's in the right place. So that's good.
I love Dave,
Randolph,
man.
he just doesn't cut the mustard. If Fabianski, like how you said, 5, 6 matches in, if Fabianski makes one mistake, 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, you got like a PSG goalkeeper coming in to take his place. So if that man don't make no mistakes, Fabianski is on the bench twiddling his thumbs, dog. But it's like that's good to have because that's competition where you need competition. And it's like what you're saying about Nathan Holland, yes, he had so much potential, promise, hope. I think he played for Moyes at Everton, to tell you the truth, dog. And it's like, then out of all of this and that coming up, you got forcing out of nowhere. Like, I'd love to see that, man. I'd love to see that, man. I think we're gonna be all right, man. I honestly think we're gonna be all right, man. Like we get those like next couple of signings. It's yo,
They're coming.
it's good night, Irene, dog. Like,
They're
what do you
coming.
think? Oh, if we get those next couple of signings, it's good night, Irene, dog. But it's like we get Zuma, we get Abraham, we get Lingard. Do you think we're gonna get Lingard?
Nope.
You don't, do you? No.
No.
I'm holding hope out still.
I hope
I'm
so.
holding hope out still.
I hope so. But hey, listen, I have full faith in Pereira.
Me too.
Listen, if he could do that on the West Brom side, you
get
kidding
me?
me? Come on,
And
man.
he's getting paid pittance, man. It's like 15,000 a week. If West Ham offer him a contract like 25, 35, 45 like thousand a week, homeboy would jump at it, man. And he's a Brazilian masterclass, man.
Yeah, and we probably could get him for a little bit cheaper than we could get our boy Lingo. Plus, I believe he's a little bit younger too.
Oh,
I
100.
He was
100.
25, 26. Yeah,
I thought he was like 23 or something, man. But he might be 26. I don't know, like to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I've
I don't know. I know
I've been looking
like
up. I've been clicking so many names that I get my ages. I know TammyBoy. He's 23. You know.
Oh, that's why I might be getting mixed up with them, dog. That's why I might be getting mixed up with. So like, yo, yeah.
What time's the
I thought
Brentford
Pereira
game?
was young though, like younger than Lingard.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's like 25 or 26. I think so.
Imagine that though. I'm not like, no, okay, no, bug of that. I ain't even going on that. I ain't even just yet. Like we can do that, like end the show things.
Oh yeah, TrevTube said Pereira next, please, and I'd prefer Miller Linkovich. That's who I said about my dislocating the wrist from the center half from Fiorentina. Listen, last year in Serie A, there was a point late in the season. This man had the most aerial battles won. He was the leader of that defense back there, man. I think
he ran things.
Listen, I think he finished mid-table too. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to pay a bag for that guy. I don't care. Transfer market might have him at yo, they better up that about 8 million. Because I watch Serie A, trust me.
No, you're Italian and East London, dog. How you mean? But like the boy I got on my list, and I told you this last show, dog, is that Clement Langlet or whatever his name is, man. Yo, he plays like center half, but yo, he's left footed. So he could like go on. He might even take like what you were saying about Cresswell, kind of like going into cocoon times, he might be the man to take him. So it's like I'd rather get him now than in January, because in January all the prices go up like
I
Black
don't know,
Friday.
man.
You know what I mean? Well, no,
Malinkovich,
Black Friday
I
they go
really
down, but
listen.
yeah,
I
you get me.
rate that dude, man. Malinkovich. If we got, like I told you the other day, if we sign Malinkovich, I would dislocate my wrist having a wank. I swear to God, promise. No, listen what I'm telling you. The man is a beast. He is a beast.
I know, but Brethren, Langlet was the sixth best defender in La Liga last season, dog. Like, if we're attracting people like that, yo,
yeah, but La Liga is
yo,
basically what's the name? Barcelona and the other cats. Serie A.
oh, Barcelona
Listen,
and Real Madrid. That's it, isn't it? Like, really?
Serie A, they got Juventus, Milan, you got Napoli.
Yeah,
You got a few teams that's good. And we all
yeah.
know in the Italian league, you if you're playing
Hey, yo,
center half, you gotta learn the beautiful game at the back. Italians don't play that.
let me
Play
ask you,
that with
dog.
the defense.
Did Insania played for Juventus? No,
No, he plays for Napoli.
that's it. That's it.
He
That's it.
plays for
That's it.
Napoli. He plays for
That's
Napoli
it.
where my mom
And
came
so
from.
did this boy. This boy played for Napoli, and then he went to Barcelona. Like, yo, I'm showing you, man. He's 27 million,
Are you
but we
talking
just
about
done.
Linglet,
Yeah,
whatever.
we just done got Areola on the cheap. We could get like Pereira on the cheap. Bring Linglet in like for what? Like they'll probably offer him like what 15 mil, but end up paying like 20, 22, 23.
I thought his weekly wage was like higher than Charlie Sheen, though.
I think you're right.
I
Yeah,
thought it was.
yeah, 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 yeah. He's on some Superman money still, dog. He's on some Superman money still, man.
He said
With
it's
Rob Glenn.
no, I was looking at Trev's, the one right above
Oh, word
his.
up. Yo, I'll bring that up still, man. Big up, Trev, man. How you mean? What's he saying? What's he saying, Charlie?
Said Malinkovich's contract is set to expire 2022. He doesn't want to re-sign, so it could be available bargain price. Said, yeah, I agree, man. Like I said, I didn't even think he would be on our radar. You know what I mean? So if we could get him to go in front of Areola, oh, Malinkovic and Augie, oh my god.
Yo, what do you think? Like these rumors that I done heard, and it's probably just journal talking shit. But what do you think about these rumors about Origi signing for West Ham? Are you about it or cut off?
That's when I was thinking the other day when you said the guy, and I said the
Yep,
Belgium cat.
that's it.
I was thinking of
Yep,
Origi, but we was talking
yep.
about somebody else. Hey,
That's real
listen,
talk. You were like 100 on that. 100.
I mix up my,
100.
you know how we mix up names, and you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
man.
I was bad for about calling Snodgrass McGinn because they was both Scottish. I would do that shit all the time. I'd be like,
Yo, they
yeah,
can take Brethren, they can take pills for that, dog. Trust me. Yo.
I don't know if they would help me. And then the one guy, Smith, Colin Smith, I would always mix him up with the boxer. I always get them mixed up. Colin Smith and the other Smith that was the striker.
Oh, Ben Smith? Is that his name?
No. See, I can't remember which one's the
Come
boxer,
on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie.
I mean, it's
What are
Colin
you
Smith,
dealing with, rude boy?
the guy that always scores against us, man. He's really quick.
Oh, who plays for who?
Man, you asked me too fast now.
Who Woods for Burnley? He always scores against us.
No, not Woods.
Um,
I
um,
can't
um, somebody in the comments come through.
It don't matter. We're not linked to him. Talking Braithwaite as well, but nah, Braithwaite. He ain't. What he got? Like a couple goals out the whole.
Yo, Braithwaite was like 3 years ago, dog. Straight up.
Yeah.
He was 3 years ago, dog. He was 3 years ago, man.
I'm not. I wouldn't be excited about that. I'd rather just save the money if that's a scenario like, oh, this is how we're gonna get no. I'd rather just save the money. You know, instead of doing that, I would grab another attacking midfield and play some kind of sexy attacking line, you know, and mix it up that kind of way. I wouldn't do Braithwaite. I just wouldn't do
like you look at when David Moyes first came in and he said, you seen that video on YouTube thing, and he was like, it was like some Charlie Sheen thing still, because he's like, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. And it's like, you kind of had to laugh at it, but like, you kind of like bought into it a bit, but not fully. But now I'm buying into that. Like, if our first signing is Areola, a young goalkeeper from like France, like running two things with PSG and things, we just got him. Like, that's a big step up from like our normal first signings, like in the transfer window, man. And I know everybody's like, oh, we haven't signed anybody, and no, like, oh, whatever. Like, no, man, it's like that's a good first signing, man. If we can follow that up, it's like, you know how you got the training gym, right? It's like you follow up like a left jab with like a right hook. You get what I'm saying? We need a right hook, dog. We need a right hook, dog. And then we need an uppercut. I ain't even playing with you. We need like a left jab, right hook, uppercut. Yo, that would make West Ham different on every level of the world, man. And it can go on. Oh, Moyes doesn't have any money. Moyes doesn't have any money. Dave Sullivan and Gold and Brady and them, they got money, dog. They got money, dog. So it's like, yo, I find what Moyes does. He doesn't spend like how Pellegrini spends. He spends smart. And you saw that in Sufal. You saw that in Suchek, and you saw that in Fornals, and you saw that in Craig Dawson.
No, Fornals was Pellegrini.
Oh, was it? My bad.
That was the only. That was the
My
only
bad.
guy that came.
My
That
bad.
was the only guy that came in from Pellegrini that really did some bits.
So who was it? Who was like Moyes was Sufal, Suchek, Dawson, and who else, dog? Sufal, Suchek, Dawson. No goalkeeper. Backline.
Alves, the young,
Alves, yes, bum.
the young
Bum,
center
yep,
half,
yep, 100,
and
yep,
right now Areola and whoever
yep.
we add on in the
Not
next.
not a bad track record, man. Not a bad track record.
Bola, that's the Switzerland. I think he's from Switzerland. No, that's what they're talking about.
Who's that, dog?
The Brill and Bolo cat that they put in the comments. Oh yeah, Bowen. Guys, how do we forget about Bowen?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yes. That's what I meant. Not for now. It's Bowen. Boom. That's what I meant, dog. Like, yo, and Bowen looks sharp. And
somebody trying to sell us followers? What's going on?
And yo, who's the other boy, dog? Who's the other boy? There's only one, Syed Benrahma. There's only one, Syed Benrahma. There's only one, Syed Benrahma.
Did he bring in Benrahma?
He is going to be
Sully bring him in? Some people say, which I don't know. You know
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't think Moyes or his backroom staff will let that happen, man. Honestly,
I don't believe also when the people last year were like, oh, Moyes doesn't like him. He's being mean to him. Like, get over yourself, man. No, he's not. You're talking about a man that told Rooney. This man told Wayne, the Rooney Meister, that he's like, yo, when you're out there, you're not working hard enough. He gave him his debut when he was young. But he still, imagine telling Rooney, like, nah, man, you ain't got it. He told Rooney, you ain't got it.
Hey, yo, Charlie.
Up under him, man.
Hey, yo, Charlie, look at this one, dog. Hold on. Somebody's saying hold on. Watch this. Somebody's saying in the skies of the great. PeacH, Syed, bring back Carroll. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want Carroll, dog. I don't want Carroll. He spent so much room on the treatment table. Homeboy should have like bought a house with a treatment table in it.
You got the Andy Carroll kit with the autograph in a frame at your house, don't it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You're having a laugh. You're having the biggest giraffe in the world, dog. How do you mean?
PeacH, hey,
you know what?
You're eBay bidding on Andy Carroll boots, game
Oh,
used.
let me get Andy Gal boots. Let me get that. But you know what? I'll tell you this though, Doc. Honestly, I'll tell you this, Doc. And I love this about him. Like, yo, homeboy tore it up for Newcastle. Tore it up for Newcastle. Went to Liverpool, did that. Came to West Ham, he was on the treatment table like more than somebody had like COVID-19, like when
That
it was
one goal was
higher.
a classic,
Straight
though.
up.
At least he gave us that one classic goal that I could I'll never forget it in my life. But that,
Oh, what the bicycle kick?
yeah, the bicicleta, man, that thing was just,
No, that
that
was
was
fire.
amazing.
That was
Yeah,
fire. That was fire. That was
that's
fire.
crazy.
And whoever don't say that was like, you know what? I hate to say it because he's a snake. You know who I'm talking about, dog. I hate to say it because he's a snake, dog. But like,
My arch nemesis or the other guy?
yeah, man. I hate to say
Yeah.
no, maybe not your arch nemesis, but your arch nemesis. And I hate to say it, dog, but like, yo, Payet had some like skill about him when he played for us. Like we basically put him on the map. We basically put him on the map again.
Oh, I thought you
And
was gonna say Arnie.
no, I know you. That's why I said your arch nemesis.
Yeah.
But it's like it was weird. Like he had like the best assisting record in what was it, the French league when we bought him, and like yo, he had touches of tidiness, man. But then when he like threw his toys out the pram, got all his money, went back to like France, southern France, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. Maybe one day here, one day there, but he was doing bits every like week in, week out for West Ham, man. Like I'd love to see
Yeah, I
Carlos.
know.
I'd love to see
Yeah.
Carlos Tevez come back, dog. Straight up. Like I know he's old, but like imagine like just like being able to put Carlos Tevez on in like a Europa like cup match. Like that would be madness. That would be madness.
Tevez is trying to relax and drink Modelo's. He ain't trying to run around on the pitch no more and hit them goals in.
Nah, I hear you, man. Like, what a striker do you think is most like realistic? Like, put the ones we've been linked to. Abraham Moyes values him at 25 from 30 million. Yo, Trev, who do you want? Trev, who do you want? If you were Moyes and you could pick like Abraham, Adama Traore is my guy. But like, if you could pick like Abraham, Adama Traore, Ings, who would you go for, dog? Who would you put money down on, dog? And then Martial, we're linked with Martial. Like, so yo, you put those what? Martial, Ings, Tevez, like, yo,
Ings,
who would
I
you
love
want?
Ings.
Who would you want, dog?
I love Ings, but with Antonio's hamstrings and Ings's kneecaps,
Word up.
we still don't got a full set of legs. You know, I'm
Yo,
Sema. I'm Sema all day long because
I'm with Trev. I'm with Trev. Halsalak or Halsalek or whatever his name is. Homeboy's tidy and he's 18 years old, dog. I'm with Trev on that. Word up. I'm with Trev on that. Word 100.
I like
One
Sema. I like Sema
100. Seema's dope.
for the fact
Like
that
yo,
he's one guy, but in actuality, it gives us three guys almost. Because listen, like I told you, he could play up top, give Antonio a rest. Bowen could be out to the right, or if he needs a rest, Bowen could be up top, and Seaman could play out to the right. Because there's gonna come a time this season where his legs is gonna give out the thighs.
Could you imagine Adama Traore and Antonio going at the man then? Like that would be they'll be bricking themselves, dog. They would be bricking themselves. Like, but they're both similar in the sense they don't have the best shot on target.
Right. They both finish like blind painters. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Yes. And even blind painters got something on them, dog. You know what I mean? But like, yo,
what's worse than one guy that can't finish? Two guys that can't finish.
You get what I'm saying,
now,
dog?
To play strictly up top, no. Would I bring him in? Yeah, because he could play 3-4 different positions. But we need a main guy. We haven't had that guy, and I don't know how long.
Yo,
That is clinical.
Trev's agreeing with you still, man. Like similar, like Hostelek, similar. Like that might be the combo. That might like I know I rave on about like Adama, but like Adama's done two things, but it's like he's very similar to Antonio. Like yeah, he's a beast, but where's his end product? So it's like Hostelek and Sima, they might be like if we could tie both of those down with Tammy Abraham in the squad, nobody's touching us, man.
Well, we ain't gonna get all them and Tammy. We probably not gonna get Tammy anyway, because what he said, the price. He's absolutely right about that. I would love to have Tammy, but money situations. Well, I think.
What do you think about that, Charlie? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have.
I was mad at. That's who I was thinking.
I know you were
the other day. I was mixing him up with a Rigi, but yeah, I wanted Daka, man. I wanted to give him a shot. I wanted to give him one. We didn't do it. What are you gonna do? It is what it is.
You know what? I still fancy that cat from Blackburn, man. Adam Armstrong, man. That's
another shout. That's another shout.
He's dope, man. He's dope. Like I think he scored more than 30 goals, like in the championship, and he knows where the back of the goal is. Like he Adam Armstrong, he's been in the Premier League with like Newcastle or somebody before, any.
Has he?
I think
so. Where's he at right now?
Blackburn.
Blackburn. Yeah, I'd give him a shot. The injury prevention, but hey, Mike. As far as like breaking bones and things like that, there ain't nothing you could do with that. But as far as keeping the size and the hamstrings, maybe he knows the proper nutrients and exercises and treatments after the game. Ice treatments, not like the old school ice treatments, but they got those new things where you get in the whole little thing and they hit you with that crazy ice business,
Yo, we got this television show over these ways. Like you got it over yours ways still, and like back home they got it like their way still. And it's that boy that used to run Saturday Night Live, dog. I forget what his name is, dog. But he used to run Saturday Night Live, dog. And he has a show called Ted Lasso. And basically it's like some like American football like coach, man, it just last things. Going over and like managing a team. And it's like, yo, I'm showing you, man. You can see, like, yo.
My brother tried to get me to watch that. I lasted like 10 minutes. I said, I don't like this guy. I want to punch him in the face already.
Dope. I love that. Love that. But like, yo, what I'm saying is like in the what it was like the first episode of season 2 or whatever. But you saw they brought like a sports psychologist into the mix, like a football psychologist. And she ran two things like, yo, you speak Italian? She's talking to you in Italian. You speak Spanish? She's talking to you in Spanish. You speak French? She's talking to you in French. And like, yo, the man them just like started playing like Pele and Messi and Ronaldo all at the same time, dog. And it's like, that is such an important part of the whole unit, man. Like, yeah, we got the best backroom staff. And I think they do a bit of two. Yeah, we got one of the best managers in the game. We have shit owners. But yo, you're right, man. Like you bring that like that
it's
psychological
that big clubs do, It's something that big clubs do. They bring in these small, up and down the line. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm worried about that, too. I ain't gonna lie. Lester, back off, Lester. You already had good seasons and players. Let us have something. Can we get a piece of the pie,
I read that the other night. Who are they after again? I read that the other night.
He's worried about they going for Pereira, too, if Madison dips to Arsenal. That's why we should have got this joint done. Let's not wait. What is the Benjamin Franklin said? What the hell does it go? Those that rely on hope or something die fasting. Let's not hope we get the deal done. Just get the deal done. It's too many going in on it, Yeah, I don't want to lose them to Leicester, man. Leicester don't mess around. If they want them, they go in there and give them the bag. and then he's off, and then we don't get him, and then we don't get Lingard, then we don't get neither one of them. That is the worst case scenario. If we don't get Pereira or Lingard, that's my worst case scenario.
Yeah,
That
but
could happen.
you see how like whatchamacallit, Areola was unveiled. That might be like that might be like one of them, dog. Like maybe Leicester won't get the man them. Like that, you know what I mean? Like we might have like we might be
Yeah,
in
but I don't
deep
like
talks
to
with
go
Pereira,
maybes
and we don't
though.
even know it, dog.
I don't like to go on maybe, like, oh well, maybe that's my whole thing. The guy that
I know,
relies
but
on maybe dies fasting.
I know, but we can't win because when it wasn't maybe and it was all in front of our faces, like, oh, we're going for this person, we're going for that person. It's like we didn't like that because it was like too much. Like it was too much for people to know. Now we don't know nothing. We're like, I want to
No, I
know
don't gotta
something.
know anything.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think the Pereira joint should have been done. We have leverage. They still owe us for Diangana. Let's use
Word
that.
up, word
I
up.
mean, you know what I mean? Let's do that. I'm not trying to lose him to Leicester.
As you
Penny
would say,
pinching, trying to get a
facts.
bargain. Yeah, facts. Listen, we got the leverage. Let's get him in. I think he's just as good, or maybe he's younger. He might even be better than Lingard.
Yeah,
Let's get
yeah,
the guy. Let's get the guy. Let's move forward, man. Let's move forward.
yeah. 100, man. Like Gary's saying, Gaza's saying like dithering days, 100%. And then Trevor's saying like, yo, he agrees with like you, dog. Like with Ferreira, he's worth every penny. Get it done as soon as mother can possible, dog.
I thought he was going to get done before Areola just because of the Diangana situation. I mean, period.
Well, we'd be paying like basically that would be like another like half price like Big Mac, dog. That would be like another half price Big Mac, dog. Honestly.
No. I see what Danny's saying on that. But listen, if we could get, what do they say? Thing in the hands worth two in the bush.
Yep. Yeah.
Man United wants to play money games. We could get Pereira for cheaper. I'd rather have Pereira. Period. I'd rather have Pereira. If he could do that at West Brom, you put him with when Antonio. Because listen, Pereira's going to play behind Antonio, right? When he goes up so deep, he controls that line. If Antonio plays deep, their back line's going to back off.
And then you got Ben Rama up in the mix with like Lanzini behind them, dog.
You got Ben Rama, and you would have Pereira. And Pereira would be behind, would probably play the free role behind. Yep. So he's going to have just 100. Mass amounts of space. So their back line's either going to come up to deal with that, or they're going to stay on Antonio. And they're going to stay on Antonio because you have to. And he's just going to have so much space to do the boogie with Fornals and Ben Rama. Fornals is going to do.
Right, man.
Listen, Fornals had a good season last season. Watch what he does this season.
Oh, he's going to tear it up, dog. Him and Ben Rama. Like, yo, Fornals and Ben Rama and Bowen. Those three, like, I get so excited when I talk about West Ham. And I'm showing you, those three are going to be, like, game changers, man. Like, and I know I go on about this, even, like, on screen and off screen, Charlie. I done told you, like, Bowen's goal, like that was madness from Johnson
last
to
game.
Bowen, that was mad.
You talking about that last game at the friendly? You talking about
What's
the last game? You talking about the last goal he got? The very last one?
Celtic. Yeah, Celtic. Yeah. I was mind blown. I was
team play situations. That's the key. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I want people in the comments to like put something to this, and I want you to put something to this still. What do you think the result is going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. our time? Have a nice fry up and thing. What do you think the result's going to be, man?
I mean, I don't know. It just depends on what they want to work on, man. They might, I don't think they're necessarily going out there for a win, or we're gonna do. I think they're gonna go out there to practice on certain situations, give the young guys, give their time, see what they could do.
And it's match fitness, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
mass
get up.
fitness and like, yeah,
Yeah, they basically it's basically it's like a practice. It's a
yeah.
glorified practice, these things.
Good
So we're gonna
scrimmage,
work
dog.
on
That's
some
it.
things,
Yeah, man.
So we could get a whole bunch of goals, or maybe we don't. I just want to see. I'd like to see the young guys get some time. We know Augie can play. We know the
Yeah,
vets. They don't need to let them rest. They've had a long, and most of them's been national playing in the Euros. So let them
I
rest.
know.
Let the young guys do the thing. I'm not really worried about the result, the score, but I just want to see us practicing, utilizing different situations.
No, 100. And like Danny made a good point saying like Lanzini, like this is basically his season, man. And you know what? All I want to see, I don't care what this what the score line is. What I want to see is that one touch, two touch football, the triangle things, and the man running off the ball and just letting it flow and that counter attack. I want to see that. And if I see that, even if we lose 5-0, but I see that, and we won't lose 5-0 if not I take I out of the equation. If we see that, we won't lose 5-0. And it's like I just want to see that, man. I want to see some proper play. At the end of the day, man, just some proper play, man to man running off the ball, two touches, no more. You don't have to be a superstar. Like, that's all I want to see, man. And that would give me a good feeling inside, man. Real talk, man.
Yeah, Danny's bringing up Lanzini, and there was at first
That's what I was
it
saying.
was rumored that Moyes want to get rid of him, and now it's Moyes
Keeping him now, dog.
after how he used them towards the end of the season. He said, "Wait a minute, we might have some cover here. I might be able to do some different things on the pitch. You know what I mean? So we're not just a one style team." So Lanzini, I'll give that a good shout. Plus, his knee has only after the
Yeah.
surgeries and stuff, the longer it's only got to be stronger, right? It can't.
And his Achilles. But like, you read Trevor's
Oh yeah,
comment
his
there.
Achilles.
Yeah. And that's the worst.
Oh
But like
yeah,
you read you
flex. I'm ready.
don't know, man. But you read Trevor's comment right there, man. Like, who are the youngsters that you think are gonna like push through to like first team glory, man?
Well, Coventry and Forson has been looking good, and we need a
Yep,
little. We're gonna need a little cover in the midfield, especially in Europa. And
yep,
I think Coventry's came along
yep.
slowly, and this is like the perfect time. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen for him
Now,
this year. I believe that.
yeah,
I believe that he's gonna get a run out, and us being in the Europa would be the perfect time to get him. And I want to throw Forson in there, but I'm not patient. Let's see. But I think Coventry will be ahead of him just because Moores likes, he's a little bit more used to him. He's seen him a little bit more. What is he, 21, 22?
yeah. Around them
This
ages,
might
though.
be, and he's came along slow. So this might be the perfect season, the perfect timing. Imagine,
Yep.
hey, Forsha Myers.
Yeah, big up for tomorrow. How you mean, dog? Casey's in the building. Casey's in
Could
the
be,
building.
it could
Rah,
be,
rah, rah.
it,
Chicka, la, la, la.
is it
No, I hear
Gatesy
you,
or
though.
is it the Duke Meister?
Oh, no, I think, whoever, I think that's Gatesy, dog. But they're dope. They're both dope, dog. Gatesy, like they got they got a posse, dog. I ain't even playing. They got a crew like Boogie Down Productions, dog. They got like there's like Gatesy in the mix. There's Duke up in the mix. There's Jazz up in the mix. There's the man
Hey,
named
how old is Oko
Milesy in the
Flex?
mix. I got it, man.
How old is Oko Flex? I know he's young.
Oh,
I know
he's
he's
young,
young.
dog. He's young. He's young, man.
So I'm always might want to bring him along slow. You never know. Sometimes the players are so good. It's Gatesy's in the building. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I really rate Okaflex. I was hot when they started booing when he scored or whatever.
But that last goal was like,
They were
it's
salty.
like, yeah, it's like the youngsters that stood out for me in the Celtic match was like, yo, the boy there, and then the next boy, Akko Flex. Like Akko Flex, he stood out like, yo, Yo, he
Oh,
just said,
I
yo.
forgot Danny's. I forgot about Elise. I forgot about Elise.
Oh, Elise and Baptiste, you can't
Yeah.
forget about them, dog.
Yep.
You cannot forget about them. You cannot forget
I don't
about
know
them,
why they
dog.
slipped my
With like
line.
Ben
Slipped my
Johnson and
mind.
Narcoflex. It's like those are the two youngsters in the Celtic match. I was like, I'm losing my voice because I'm getting so hyped. I can't wait for the season to start. Fuck! But yeah, I ain't even playing with you, dog.
He
But it's
ain't
like,
kidding. Yo, PeacH send you a message at 3 in the morning with some West Ham joint on it.
yeah,
He be like, dog, you know what I was
yeah.
just realizing?
Yo, Gaethje knows all about that, dog.
It be
Gaethje
3
knows all
a.m.
about that, dog. How do you
It be
mean?
3 a.m. Things coming to him. He don't wait to
That's what I do,
message you
man.
when you wake up. He'll message you right when the thought comes to him, and he's sending it right over.
But yo, I'm showing you, man. Aquaflex and Ben Johnson against Celtic was like that made my head rattle. That made my head rattle. I was like,
So our left
yo,
back might, but our cover
yo,
for Cresswell is going to be one of the young
yo,
bulls this season. Maybe that's why they're not bringing in a left back. You know,
yo,
Cresswell put
yo.
him under his wing.
Excuse me. Yeah, go on.
Cresswell, bring him under his wing, and they get some Europa and get some cup games. Could be a beautiful
Word up.
situation.
I
Could
hear
be a
that, dog.
beautiful
How you mean,
situation.
man?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. Longel, that's the left back, isn't it?
Longello, he's dope,
Yeah.
dog. He's fire. He is absolute
Yo,
fire.
we got now that we got a slew of young guys.
Dog, we got the academy back, basically, man. We got the academy back. Real talk. We got the academy back, dog. I ain't even playing with you, man.
And us having the Europa League's the perfect situation for them to get a run out,
Oh, 100%, man. Because
so.
like, yo, they'll have FA Cup matches. They'll have the League Cup matches. They'll have the Europa Cup matches. They'll have the Premier League. Like, yo, it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Like,
Check my phone real quick just to make sure we ain't got no breaking signings with the
oh, go on, Charlie. Do your Sky Sports thing just now, dog. How do you mean, man? Yo, give me 1 second, dog. How much I had to do this? Hold up. Hold up. Shit me. Hold up.
They're linking us with the Braithwell
With
cat.
who? Oh yeah, Braithwaite. I done seen that, dog. I done seen that, man. I done seen that, dog.
No,
hold on 1 second,
nothing
man.
spicy. Nothing spicy.
Nah.
I just thought I'd give a look to maybe they'd say we got Zuma or somebody, but
yo, Zuma would be live up still, though. I don't business. Zuma would be live up still, He's like a no nonsense defender, man. Like, I take him straight up, man. I take him, no doubt about it, man. Like, Zuma could do two things, man.
And see,
Zuma
Gates
could
is
do
lucky.
two
He gets
things.
to go to U20. He gets to go to all that. I'd be at every situation we had, man. I can't
Come
wait
again?
till Gates. Had him and Miles. He's been going to the U23 games. Yo, PeacH, you froze. You're like an ice tray right now. What he's doing? Polar bear toenail situations. Big facts. Exciting times coming. If we could get a left-footed center back, they could also take left back sometimes. Yeah, that's a good shout too. That is a good shout too. PeacH, where you at, my guy? See, when you come on with PeacH, he gets froze at least once a show. At least once a show. But the game's tomorrow. We're just going to have to see what it is. He must be trying to add somebody. What's he doing? Look at this guy. What's going on? I'm big on forcing, though. I'm really big on forcing. Absolutely. 100%. There was one guy I wrote down right here. Albert Ellis, La Panteria. He comes from Honduras. He was a cat we could have went after. a striker. Big time situations. I'm in the show. Uh-oh. PeacH got too excited. Hopefully he didn't get knocked off in the middle of the street somewhere. I don't know. I can't end the show. I don't know if I can or not. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? I don't know. I may have to end it. Can I end it? Let's see. I don't know. Well, anyways, I'm up out of here, y'all. If he comes back, I'm gonna come back. Love you lot. We'll probably chop up something tomorrow. We'll talk about the game, how we do. Oh no, he's back. He's not froze. I
Yes,
thought he
sir.
left.
You know
Oh
what I
shit.
did, Doc? You know
I
what
know,
I
I
did,
know,
Doc?
I didn't know. I thought he either got arrested, his phone died, he's just something
Yo,
happened, a fucking
done
fire
happened too many
started.
times, Doc. How you mean?
I know it. Listen, once a show, I know that it's just good. He's gonna freeze.
Yo, it's like I'll be like, yo, like West Ham United be like 3-2 up at like 32 minutes and I just stay there, Doc. Like, yo, trust me, man. I just tried to get some people on still, man, because I seen some people in the chat, man. They want to come on. Feel more than free, man. Like,
You know what you
me
gotta
and
do?
ChaRLieBoy love nothing but talking to West Ham fans and talking to
You
things,
gotta
man.
get
Like,
2 batteries. You gotta have
oh,
one in
I need
standby in your
Brenton,
back
I need more
pocket.
than 2 batteries. I need like 5, 10 batteries, Doc. Trust me, I ain't even playing with you.
Hook the Apple phone up to the car battery.
You get me? You get me? You get that? Yo, then like 2 things could go on. Trust me, man. Trust me. I
Right,
ain't
but
even
yeah, right.
playing with you.
We've only seen him for a little, a little bit amount of time, and I think it'd be the same situation with Moyes, how he thinks too. That's why I said he'd probably nudge Coventry if there was a situation where we need cover in the midfield. He's probably gonna
Word
go.
up.
He'll probably go Coventry before he
100%,
goes
man.
Forson. But I've been wrong before, so it could. But
You're admitting that you've been wrong before, Doug. I heard you were never wrong. Like the gals that I know from Brooklyn, they're like, ChaRLieBoy, you know ChaRLieBoy? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, he's never wrong. And even this man could like say the same thing, Doug, because like he said, like, trust me, let me show you, man. Let me show you. This man said that he talked to 2 gals in Brooklyn and he heard the same stories that I heard. You're never wrong, dog. You're a Don Gargon. How do you mean? My G. To the A, to the S, to the E, to the Y. How we rocking on the mic? You know, we always
Gacy,
fly.
can't hear you, Gacy. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. No.
We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Forged from minds we fear you, but we cannot hear you.
Yo, PeacH, you got Gacy muted?
No, oh, Brethren, no. Hold on, let me check, dog. No. He's live. I
Can
don't
the
got
people in the
nobody
chat hear
muted, dog.
Gacy?
Hold up. Let me check, man. No, I don't got nobody muted, dog. I'm sure of it. Hold up.
So we need to practice our signs.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm muting there. You know, I didn't mute his mic, man. Gatesy, get your mic set up. What are you dealing with? You're acting like PeacH right now. Unprofessional. What are you dealing with, dog? What are you dealing with, dog? Is it?
Like you. Hey, can you lie? Okay.
Yo, hold on, Charlie. Take it away for 2 seconds, dog. I'm gonna send him the link again. Hold on, go do your thing. I'm gonna send him the link again, dog. That was jokes. Hold on, man. I'm gonna put it in the stream still, so homeboy can just come on it. Hold on. Cam Mike Moore, guest done.
He said he's been watching Stell. He's doing Stell moves. Stellias.
You get Stellias Waku things, dog. How you mean, dog? Hold on. I put it in the live chat still so he can get upon it, man. I put it in the live chat so he could get upon it, man. Don't know. There was like Yeah, put it in the live chat. Done. Done,
Yeah,
done,
I
done,
was
done,
listening
done,
to
done.
I was listening to him. I was driving back. I had a long drive last night, man. I was
Word
listening
up.
to the boys, man. I
Who,
couldn't jump
what,
in.
what, who?
Stell and Anton.
Oh, yo, Steli Asuaku is a G. Anton is a G. Like, yo, that whole squad. Like, you got Sess, you got Luke, you got like Steli Asuaku, you got Anton, you got young Jake. G's. And then like you move to like the next way, like that, like the next area of the restaurant, and you got like Gatesy, you got Duke, you got like 100 miles and running, you got Jazz. It's like, yo, then you move to the next part of the restaurant. You got Russ, like big up Russ, man. Like, yo, he was out with his family at Tower Bridge the other day, man, and they
On
did
the
like
boat.
yeah, that was dope, right? That
Yeah,
was
I like
dope.
that.
That,
I
that
like
was
that.
that was super duper dope, man. The man them is in the building. The man them is in the building.
Can you hear me? Please
Yeah,
tell me you can hear. Yes! Come on!
There we
yes,
go.
There you go. See, now that's what an engineer's all about, yeah?
finally,
An engineer,
finally.
there's a
He
problem,
did that
I
on
do a little bit
purpose.
of
See,
jiggery pokery, and it's
yo,
fixed.
see,
Done.
he did that on purpose, Doc. He did that on purpose, just like to build the anticipation, man. That was dope.
What we
You
saying,
found me
Gacy?
out, PeacH. What can I say?
What we
We
saying,
all good,
Gacy?
boys?
Oh
We good?
yeah. Well, PeacH is
Oh, he's
gone.
gone again. Look at this.
He's gone again. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
what's going on?
I don't know. What are you saying about tomorrow? What do you think the lineup's gonna be? We going young? Start out?
I think he's going to go strong because obviously the clock's ticking. He needs to find out what his strongest formation, what his strongest team is. I don't know. I mean, is there any chance that Areola might start? I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with him. I'd like to give it. I'd like to see him getting some minutes between the sticks because I'm not being funny. I don't really see there's much value in putting Darren Randolph in goal because he's not really going to get much of a look in, is it?
No, he would. He's a backup at most, especially with Areola in here right now. Like I've said, I've wanted him for like 2 years, man. I honestly believe that he beats out Fabianski in like 5-6 weeks. I don't think he's gonna right away, but I think he's gonna be our main guy. I really rate him. I've said it last year. I had no idea we was gonna sign. It's like the first time my entire life that we've ever got anybody that that I really wanted. So
Well, we've got him in. He's played Premier League football before, and he's excelled. Yes, I know Fulham went down, but he was their player of the season. And when you look at it, he only conceded 4 goals more than Fabianski did, and he played 1 game more. So, if he can do that behind a crap defense, what is he going to do behind a defense that's got a little bit more about them?
Without
Thank
Souček,
you.
I mean,
Thank
we got the best. I think we got the best defensive midfield in the whole league.
Yep.
I honestly, you know what I
I think
mean?
the only defensive mid that can touch ours is probably Leicester, I would say, with Tielemans and Ndidi. That's the only defensive midfield unit that you can look at and say there might be a case to say they're at least on the same level. They might be a little bit ahead, but it's a wafer thin sort of like distance between the two. They're on a sort of like a similar footing. Other than that, it's like name me a defensive midfield unit that's as good as Declan Rice and Thomas Souček.
You can't. I mean, you got
100%.
Conte's good, but he's only one man. So Rice and
Yep.
Souček is the pair. That's covering a lot of ground. Them
Mhm.
boys are, and then you put Augie in there, a healthy Augie, which I hope his
100,
injury
man.
to. Because last year that sprain was bad, man. He tore some serious ligaments, man. He was out for a minute. So
mind you, if we get in Kurt Zuma, I mean, that's some good cover for O'Connor and Dawson, and obviously you've got Diop there still as well. You've got Frederick Alves, who I saw play the other week against the Ebbsfleet team. So we have got a bit of strength there. I know sort of like with Alves, it's kind of difficult to sort of gauge. He hasn't played against Premier League opposition, but Diop's obviously he's now in his 4th season. I mean, for me, he's one of these players that he's got just as many fans as he has detractors. Do you know what I mean? He's still
Right.
he's a bit of a Marmite character. You know, you
Yeah.
either sort of like think he's the best thing since sliced bread, or you think he's a pub player.
Harvey.
There's
Yeah.
no in between with him. So,
Right.
but
I still believe in him. I honestly do. And what a lot of people got to come in and realize is when he would come in, he'd play left side, right side. You know, he never just had one spot. You know, I don't know. I think he played better on the right side next to
he's
Augie.
better on the right. Yeah, 100%. He's better on the right.
A game
I
where
think
he made like a 60-yard pass to Bowen that was right on the money. I mean, it was beautiful. But there's times he gets
he's
caught
got
up.
all the tools.
Right.
He's got all of the tools. It's just sometimes he just has these little moments where he just switches off, and they're the sort of like the moments that are quite costly. Do you know what I mean? And people tend to remember that when you're a defender. You know, I remember when Rio was coming through. You know, and obviously he was a lot younger than what Diop is now. I know, but you know, he'd have these moments where you looked at him and you said he's got all the tools in the box, and you knew he was going to go up to great things. But he always had a little bit of a wobble in his locker. He always had a little bit of a sort of like a little moment where his concentration, it just switch off for a split second. And when you do that with the sort of like the best players, you know, around, that's enough. They'll murder you. So, and obviously he went on to much bigger and better things. Now, I'm not saying that Issa Diop is in the same category as Ferdinand. He's going to go on to the same things. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that, you know, he's similar in that regard, that I think he just suffers from these little lapses at just critical moments. If he can iron that out, I think you've got a hell of a player on your hands. Because don't forget, the first season he was at West Ham, you know, we had that game against Manchester United where we turned them over at London Stadium, and Mourinho was sort of like going, how the hell have we missed this guy? You know, West Ham have got him. He wasn't even on our radar. What's going on? And there was talk about him being a £60 million player. Now, I don't think that he's that sort of like far away from it. If he can just iron out some of his, you know, his defensive lapses. You know, if he can sort of like iron that out and really sort of knuckle down, we've got a hell of a player there. But it's, you know, if is the longest word. Do you know what I mean? It's two letters but big meaning.
Right, and that coming from Mourinho, he likes to defend. He's a master at defending. You know, for him to say that, that's big praise. And like you said, it's positioning. Sometimes his positioning, you could learn that. You know, you'll get that better. But what he does have, his athleticism, his strength, you can't teach that. The things he has, you can't teach it. You know, so
I think if you have
him, you know,
alongside Ogbonna, you know, and Ogbonna's got all of the experience in the world. You know, he's learned his trade. You know, at Torino, at Juventus, you know, for the Italian national team, you know, what the Italians don't know about defending, quite frankly, isn't worth knowing. Then, you know, if he can sort of like get some of that off of him, off of Ogbonna, you know, Diop, like I say, he could be a really good player. But as I say, to be honest, I think this season is make or break for Diop. I think if at the end of this season we're still asking questions, is he good enough? Isn't he good enough? Then, to be quite honest with you, I think 4 seasons gone. I think you've probably got to cut your losses and move him on.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair shot. PeacH, you with us? Or you froze? You back? He's in, he's out.
Oh, PeacH, I love you, but seriously, you got to get yourself a new phone, mate.
He's got to get sorted out. So, what are your thoughts on Zoom? If we could bring him in, would you do it?
Oh yeah. I would get him in. I mean, there was an interesting little stat I saw yesterday. I didn't realise it. He scored more goals from centre back than any other Premier League player, which was 5 goals, and yet he only made 22 starts. And I was like, now I know we're not buying him for his offensive capabilities; we're buying him for his defensive capabilities. But that's a nice little string to the bow. You know, if you've got you know, and obviously a lot of our goals last season come from set pieces. So, you know, he must be sort of like licking his lips if he comes in, you know.
I wonder if he's looking at that situation like, hey, these guys over here have been the set piece kings. And then also we got his fellow countrymen now that he could be playing in front of him. That would even help on some communication type things.
Well, we got a few French players. I mean, obviously you got Areola, You've got, I mean, don't forget, you know, I know he doesn't play for France, but he obviously speaks French. Masuaku,
Yeah, Maswag,
you know,
yeah.
so we got a few players that are already there that speak the language, and but I mean, I'm sure that Kurt Zouma doesn't need, you know, it's not like he's sort of like he's coming to West Ham and he's never been to England in his life. I mean, he's been in England for many years, so I'm sure his command of English is you know,
Right.
top notch.
Yeah,
But
and
you know,
he wanted to stay in London too. If he was on a
yeah,
move, he's familiar with it. He likes it.
yeah, that's the thing. From what I'm led to believe, he's settled. His family is settled in London, and Chelsea are saying, "Hey, we want you to go to Sevilla," and he's like, "Actually, I don't really want to go there." So that puts us in a sort of like a strong position, because you got to look at it. If he wants to stay in London, well, realistically, where can he go? Well, you know, is he going to go to Crystal Palace? Well, maybe. I mean, given that Patrick Vieira's there, that would probably could be quite a draw for him. I mean, that's possible. But other than Palace, sort of like I look at it and think, well, other than Palace and West Ham, where realistically could he go?
Chick,
Yo, man.
What are we saying, my guy? What are you doing?
What is going on, man?
Hey, we just talking a little.
Oh, look,
ball.
getting open the sunroof. Look at this. Where are you?
Money
I've
bag
just
pitch.
finished bloody football. Like, we've been getting soaking wet and all that. So yeah, I'm finished for the week. So I'm in sunny old
Playing local.
Wandsworth. Yeah, that's where I live.
Nice.
So yeah, I just finished, and then I saw PeacH's thing. I came on.
Yeah.
My wife's aunt lives in Wandsworth.
Oh wow. Yeah, born and bred. Like, I'm always from Wandsworth Borough. What's going on, PeacH? I just saw PeacH's message roll through, and then PeacH is not even here.
His phone is a nightmare.
He froze his phone. I don't know. We don't know where he's at. And we can't end it either. I can't end it. Gatesy can't end it. Maybe Tix. If we need somebody in, I think Tix can. Oh, okay.
I can end it. But we're doing.
He can put the bullet in it.
We do 10 more minutes, because you like get me up to speed. I know we signed Areola, so what's going on? Because I don't really do research like that. For what's happening, basically.
All right. Well, of course, we got Areola. The latest thing I seen, I don't know if it's true that they dropped the price on Tammy from, I think, 40 to 35, but I think Moy said no. He evaluated.
They reckon we're 8 million apart. Is that what I've heard?
Yeah, they're a few million off. You know.
Let me put something to you guys. Yeah, I was just speaking to Davey, who's my business colleague, and he's West Ham as well. I said, realistically, would you not take Abraham, Zuma, and 50 mil for Declan Rice?
Ooh.
And I don't think that's me being off. I'm saying if it was going to happen, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about that, like, so that we're getting, in my eyes, the better deal. What would you lot think if that happened? I don't think that's not in the.
You know what? This is not outlandish, because you know what he said, 50 million in those two. Because
I might say 60 million. I might say those two and 60. I'd probably say yeah, fair enough. 50, I'm like,
Because if they want like 25 or 28 for Zuma, so 50 plus 25, that's 75.
That's what I'm saying.
Then that would mean we getting Tammy for 25 million, but we're giving up Rice, you know, which is our
£100 million man. So what would it?
I suppose it would depend if Declan wants to go. I mean, if the club know that Declan wants to go, then to be perfectly honest with you, you don't want another Dimitri Payet situation cropping up, you know, where you've got an unhappy player and then as a result their value diminishes. So you end up, I mean, don't forget, you know, after that European Championships, you know, and the season that he had, his first season, everybody was saying, oh, he could go to Real Madrid for 60 million quid. He ended up going back to Marseille for 25. Now, I know it was a profit on what we bought for him, but for what we could have got, you know, it was a hell of a hit that we took. Do you know what I mean? So everybody's saying that Declan Rice at the minute is about 100 million quid. If we ended up getting to a situation where, if we know that Declan's not happy, and I'm not saying he isn't, I'm just saying if he isn't, you know, could we conceivably come January have a situation where we're having to shove him out the door but we're only sort of like, because we're in a position of weakness, we're only getting maybe half or 2/3 or whatever of what his value is right now. That's the situation you want to try and avoid.
Yeah, and that's why, like I said, I wanted to stay and at least do one more season, especially as we're in Europe. But I just came up with would that work? The Zuma, Abraham, and 50 mil. I think I would be satisfied with that if that were to happen.
I guess it depends on how we spend that 50 mil, doesn't it? You know, if the 50 mil is spelt wisely, you know, because you remember when Rio went, you know, obviously it was a different era, but you know, it was 18 million quid back then. It was a lot of money, but we pissed it down the drain. We bought absolute rubbish. You know, so I don't think that Moyes would do that. I think Moyes is a little bit more canny, but you know, the thing that would worry me is sort of like, you know, if there was anything that happened that involved Declan Rice, let's say for argument's sake, Tammy Abraham, Kurt Zuma, 50 million quid or whatever the figure is. But if that happens right on the sort of like as the transfer window's about to shut, who are we going to get for the 50 million? We're probably going to have to sit on that till January and be without our most important player.
Sully would have no problem sitting on it for a long.
Oh yeah, you know.
And like I said in the chat, he's the rock of our team. Like last year, we held on to games and got a lot of them 1-0, 2-1. Now you take Rice out of that equation, it might be a whole different, you know.
Nah, he is invaluable to us. He is. He's priceless.
Hey, listen, I was watching a Chelsea video just to see what they was, and they was like, oh, these West Ham, they rate him at 100 million. I'll give him 40 million. I'm like, 40? And the guy even he said to write the audacity of these West Ham fans. I'm like, really, audacity? The man plays for England, and they just made it to the finals.
Well,
I mean, you know,
here's something. Well, there's the talk is that Jack Grealish is 100 million quid. They reckon. I think was it Man City or Man United have alleged to have put in a bid. I think it was Man City of 100 million quid. Now, here's the thing for me. Right now, Declan Rice has cemented his place as a starting England player. He has. Yeah. Jack Grealish hasn't.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish hasn't. So, although Jack Grealish is an offensive player and offensive players tend to go for more money than defensive players do, surely those two facts cancel each other out. So if he's worth 100 million quid, Declan Rice is worth 100 million quid, right?
Of course.
That was another thing they were saying when I was going through their comments. Oh, he's a CDM. Why are we going to pay that? If he's worth that, how much is Conte worth? He said Conte's worth 250 if Rice is worth 100. I'm like, yo, these guys is out of control. I mean, I rate Conte.
22 years old. Yeah. So he's going to get even better. Good afternoon, Gary, by the way. I don't want to miss anybody's comments. So, yeah, I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well. So, yeah, Rice is only 22 years old, you understand? And captain of West Ham in Noble's absence. He's an England starter. And I think he proved any doubters wrong. So, clearly, you understand, we English players get top dollar. How come we got for 80 mil 3 or 4 years ago? Things go up. So, he's definitely worth 100 mil.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to lose him. You know, if anyone's thinking that the way I'm talking, you know, I'm saying move him on. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is if the club know that he's unhappy. Now, if the club are sort of like they know that he's reasonably content, keep him all day long. I just want to avoid the possibility of a situation like what happened with Payet. If we knew that he was really pissed off because certain things that he was promised by the board haven't come to fruition, whether that's transfers, whether that's his contract, whatever. If the club know that he's just like so dejected and down and all the rest of it, and it's absolutely an irretrievable situation, then the club's got to, you know, protect its asset. But do I want to lose Declan Rice? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I appreciate that, you know, if he's unhappy, the club might have to do things, you know, that maybe we don't want them to do.
Right.
But can I just say, like, I don't see how or why he would be unhappy. You was captain of West Ham. West Ham, the club that picked you up after Chelsea released you. Playing for West Ham got you in the England team. Playing for West Ham has got you into European football when none of us expecting that. So I don't get how this unhappy quote is even entered the equation, because how can you be unhappy at West Ham? You scored the last goal of the season. I see you celebrating with Lingard. So I don't get how you become unhappy, and that might just be paper talk. But yeah, unhappy, I don't buy that. No way.
Right. I don't know if it
the only thing I suppose is though, Titch, is why has the contract been rejected twice? I mean, if he was happy, you know, something's obviously amiss that he's not signed either one of the offers that have been put to him.
And he grew up a Chelsea fan, you know. Maybe he's his dad, like maybe he wants to make his dad happy. That might be his dream. Oh, my son to play for my, you know, because if I had a son play for West Ham, that would make my day, right? You know. Yeah, but lots of paper talk. We don't know. But he did reject the two things, and I don't know if it's true if he said it or not. He wanted to see the bids coming in, and if that's true that he said that, that would be like he doesn't believe the owners. He's like, all right, y'all really getting these offers? I want to see them, because if you're gonna put the $100 million price tag on me, when they send the offers, I want to see them. I want to see if these offers are coming in. Maybe they're not coming in, but who knows if that's even true? You know, they'll write anything these days.
Yeah,
they'll write anything these days.
So what we offered him according to the tabloids, like as a new deal?
Well,
what we offered him?
I think it depends upon what you read, but I mean, Claret and Hugh reported that the contract makes him, I believe, the highest paid player at the club ever, if I remember reading it correctly. So if I don't know who or whether it's ever or right now, because I think it is was Chicharito not the highest paid player that we've had so far? Wasn't he on 150? Yeah,
I thought it was 140.
Yeah, it's somewhere around that, isn't it? And I think Yama's on. I think he's the current top earner, so I'm led to believe on about 115. So whether it's more than Yama or whether it's more than Chicharito or whatever, if we sort of like say it's around about 120, 125 for argument's sake, and the story is that you know he's, for whatever reason, he's rejected the contract. So I'm sure he's got his reasons. I mean, I'm not panicking about it, because he's got another 3-4 years left on the deal anyway. So we're in no major hurry. But as I say, I'm just like, you know, if he starts cutting up rough, and I don't think he would. I just remember the Payet situation, obviously Arnautovic, and obviously we ended up losing value, and that's what we've got to try and avoid. But I just think, you know, do I think he would do it? Probably not. I think he's a different character, but I think you have to have sort of like one eye on the situation, that if it unfolded like that, you know, well, what are you going to do?
And if it's true, if they offered to make him the highest paid player and he turned it down, then it wouldn't be about money. It's not a money. It's more of a, you know, I don't know.
Ambition.
Like, yeah, an ambition thing. And then how he grew up Chelsea, which I don't listen. I always had a beef with Chelsea, because when I was a little kid, me and Pops went back. He went back home, took me, went to the game, and we went over there to their side. And I got beer thrown on me by Chelsea fans. They didn't mean to throw it on me, but it got on me. And then my Pops was in the stands going nuts, right? So I've always remembered. I just don't like Chelsea. So if he went to Chelsea, I'd be sick. I'm not even gonna lie. I wouldn't be happy about it. I've always had a thing against Chelsea. I just don't. I can't do it. Don't like them.
I just think that it's written in the stuff that when he does move on, it will be Chelsea. I think that's, you know, that's a given. I think, unless
one team I would have wanted.
Yo, that's Titch. Titch is in the building, dog.
Right, this guy's back.
My phone cut out, dog. Yo, my G. Big up, yo, you done see my hat, dog. You get me? Yo, I done say, because I did see you on, but then I came back. And now my mom's like, oh, you like going on too much, like that. But yo, big up the Blood Clot South, dog. How you doing, man? Oh, he's doing like that. He's doing some, I'm gonna drink some milk rather than talk to my homeboy. All right, I get you. Don't worry. I got you, dog. I got you, bro. Don't even worry.
What is that noise?
I don't
PeacH
know.
is chilling. I am illin'. I'm chill. Oh, is that me? Yeah, because my battery's like dead low, dog. Sorry, my bad. That is causing it. Yeah.
Yep, it was the PeacH Meister.
Oh dear. It's all gone pear-shaped. Dear, oh dear.
I think
Right.
Stitch froze too.
Oh no. They're the only two that can end this stream, aren't they?
I know, yeah.
That is
Hey,
bad
Titch,
news.
can you hear us? Listen, hey, I think we should end